Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Hugo and today we're going to learn the secrets of eToro and how to invest. Stay around. So eToro is a social trading platform that allows me to copy other people. If I have lack of knowledge or I don't know or I'm starting trading, it's a nice platform to work with because I can learn along the time by copying other people and see the actions that other people are doing. For example, buying or sell certain specific stocks or ETFs or CFDs. So now we're going to learn a little bit more in depth what are the cons and pros of this platform. The first thing that we're going to do is deposit money in eToro, and the best way is to avoid certain fees, like for example deposit in euros or any other coin that's not USD or in this case dollars. So if you want to deposit, you should use something like Revolut or N26 to deposit your funds in the eToro, because eToro uses a different rate, and this will allow you to avoid any other fees using your bank. So you should top up your cards and transfer that money to eToro. Usually what happens with eToro is if you are depositing, for example, the example I have in an image. So let's say, for example, if you're going to deposit 1,000 euros, that's equivalent to $1,169. But if you go in to see the real trades in Google, if you search, you'll be losing around 15 euros for each $1,000 that you're going to deposit. So bear in mind, this is one of the things that you're going to save money. The first thing that you should do, usually when you're going to buy or sell, or even copy other people, it's to use your virtual accounts. eToro allows you to use your virtual accounts so you can do your tests. For example, the same as me. I'm going to show now how it works. So now I'm here on my virtual accounts. As you can see, I have a few stocks of Apple and Tesla, a few ETFs, and I'm copying someone. The only difference that's between the real account and the virtual account is the fees. So if I have stocks with dividends or ETFs with dividends, this will not be paid on my virtual account, only on my real account. So in this case, those ETFs won't be paid, and the stock won't be paid as well in case of Apple. Tesla doesn't pay dividends. So let's give an example of how to buy and how to sell. So let's say here Microsoft, for example. Let's click in trade, and now we have here buy and sell. So buy, what means is when I want to buy a specific level, like for when it's low and I'm expecting that stock to increase, and then I'll sell at, for example, in this case of Microsoft, $220, for example. But usually Microsoft, it's a stock for a long term, not for short term. Short term are stocks for growing stocks. If you want to check more information about growing stocks, please check the videos above to learn more. So in the Microsoft, what we're going to do is to buy at $200. For example, I'm going to place an order at $200, and assuming that goes to $200, and I want to sell at 220, for example. So let's do this. So the first thing is, there's two things here. What is I want to buy at rates. So what is going to happen here is, as soon as I place an order of, for example, amount I'm going to spend $200, I'm going to buy $200. So I don't need to, oh, this is unit, sorry. I'm going to buy $200 of Microsoft, and it means that I'm going to buy 0.97 units. So I don't need to buy the entire stock. So in this case, if I place the order like this, he's going to buy the stock at $205. But I don't want this, so I want to rate a specific rate, and I want at $200. So now here, when I take the profit, I'm not want to take profit because this is a long-term stock investment, and I'm going to set order. Okay, so now I can see here order was placed, so I can see here my order now. What is a sell order? Now let's go back. So a sell order is exactly the opposite. It's when the stock is high and I'm going to tell that the stock is going to get a specific lower value. For example, in this case, so I'm going to put at 206 and I'm going to put a minimum of 500 because it's the minimum size position that allows me. So here I'm not trading any stock. I'm not selling my stock. It's a different trade position. So one thing is I bought stocks of Microsoft. The other order I bought stocks of Microsoft, and I own a bit of that company. In the case of the CFD, this is not this is a different instrument as the buy. To explain, a sell order is, for example, I have here Microsoft at 205 and I'm going to put 210. I'm going to spend $500 and now I want to take a profit. I'm going to set a profit of, as soon it reached the $200, I'm going to have a profit of 4.76% or 23 euros and 81 cents. Okay, so I can place this order if I know that the stock is going down. For example, this could be a thing that we could do when Tesla a couple of days ago went down. So one con that eToro has is actually the amount of ETFs that it has. It doesn't have too many. So if you go here, ETFs, we're going to show a list of 151 ETFs available. So sometimes specific ETFs that you're looking for doesn't show up on eToro. Copy trade is actually one of the main components of eToro. So now let's have a look. So now we're going here, copy people, and I'm going to put everyone with the name and face blur because I don't request for permission. So we're going to use this guy over here, which has 51% of profit in the last few days, and a risk 6, which is quite good. And let's add funds, for example. So actually I'm already copying this guy, but I am going to put more funds. So, and now I'm going to add more, for example 500 funds, and I'm going to copy only the open trades, meaning that I'm not going to copy any other trades that he already has. We should always use copy open trades, otherwise we may lose money. So let's go click and update, and now I'm copying this guy with a more $500. So let's go back to my portfolio, and here we have, so I can go to him, and here will show me all the trades that I have been copied with the money, the amount of money that I've been copied. Bear in mind, this is always percentage. If I'm investing 1,000 euros, meaning that it's going to split those and 1,000 euros depending on the percentage of, depending on the stocks that he has. One of the biggest things that we need to have in consideration is actually the fees. So we have overnight fees. So if you're using CFDs, we have overnight fees. That means that we're going to pay a specific amount. It's like, for example, depending on the amount of invested. So whatever you invest, like for example CDFs, if you use leverage, you're going to have nightly fees. That is quite important. Usually it's not a big percentage, but it's something that fees that you need to have in consideration. Let's have a look. Usually one of the things that I trade is always stocks and ETFs, because you won't pay any fee. But if you're going for crypto, this actually is not the best platform to trade with, because you have a quite big spreads percentage, meaning for each transaction that you're going to do with Bitcoin, for example, you're going to spend 0.75. For this I use a different platform, Coinbase, that you guys know, and I have videos on this. You can check. CDF is a financial instrument that eToro use, which basically you won't have the stock. The stock is not yours. So as you see here, and this applies to currencies commodities, indexes, and CDFs if you use leverage, etc. And on other fees, you have a withdrawal fee of $5 for each withdrawal that you do. One really important fee is actually the tax and the dividends. This is not related to eToro specifically, but it's the tax that I'm going to pay for each dividend that I have. For example, I bought BMW thinking that was actually a good investment for dividends and keep for a long term. But the problem is, as soon as I check the tax, I'm going to pay more actually than I'm going to receive. So how we can check this? One of the big important things is actually checking. So here, for example, for Ireland, it's 25%. If you buy stocks, so for example, I can give you SSE, which is a British company. So I'm going to pay 0%, as you can see here. Most of the companies in Ireland are going to pay 25%, and most of the stocks that you pay around 30% to 37%. And one of the biggest problems was when I check Germany, actually BMW, you pay 26% plus a surplus charge of 25%, meaning it's much more above than 50%. So basically your dividend is quite lower. So when you think that you are seeing a dividend yield of 4% or 5% is quite good, but you need to bear in mind that those 5% is actually 2.5%, not 5%. One more thing, why you don't pay any fees when buy or sell ETFs or stocks is because this value is already included on the stock price. So, for example, let's go here to Microsoft to give you an example. So Microsoft is now at 2.5. We are now, the market is closed. Let's check this on the finance. So as you can see, it's 205.41, and here in eToro it's 205.48. So here it's where is it's already included. All the fees are already included. So meaning when I buy or sell, I don't need to pay any extra fee for the transaction because it's already in the price. This is one of the cons that we have with eToro, which the value of eToro, it doesn't match with the value on the market, the real market. If I create my portfolio in any other app like Finance or Wall Street, I'll have some difference in terms of values. So now let's check our portfolio. How can we do some analysis on our portfolio? Actually, this is a con of eToro, which is really poor in terms of analysis. I prefer to use simply Wall Street, and we're going to compare this now. So the only graphics analysis that I have is actually those. A portfolio and some pie charts which doesn't tell me much, and I won't be able to drill in. So I have 52% of ETFs and 46% of stocks. More information that you can get is actually the performance of your portfolio. What is the performance of your portfolio along the time? What is the average that you have, your risk average? What is the diversity of your stocks? You can have on the pie chart as well. You can go to the portfolio. You can see all your stocks, and you can see also a chart of your performance. So this is actually not 15,000, it's an average that they use to see what is the performance of your portfolio. So actually we don't have too much of information in this charts. So we should use a different tool, for example this one, which is Wall Street. In this case I'm using the free tool, so I only have here six stocks. So I only have here 6 stocks, and this can show me more information about my portfolio. It's looking more for dividends, what is his health, what was the path, the future, if it has future to grow, and the current value regarding the market. what is the situation of my portfolio regarding the average market. This is quite good information. What is the diversification of my portfolio? Bear in mind this is only 6 stocks that I have here. So we can see better what's the diversification of our stock. The valuation, meaning if our current price of the stock, so we bought our current price, we bought all the stocks at a good price, and meaning we have space to grow. Price based on expected growth, which is quite good, 3 times more than the average market. Future growth 42%, which is quite good. Above 20 is everything is good. This is more indicative that actually it's real in terms of dividends that you're going to receive per year. Okay guys, I hope you like this introduction of eToro and how you can invest. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like, and please leave any comments if you think that I forgot anything. Once again, thank you and see you around.